Tonight, we're going up against Nick's team, the Lansing Leafeons. Nick is another PokeTuber. His user is in the description of this video below. He is Kyogre. And in this battle tonight, I know his max captain is Corviknight. So after my defeat last week, I thought a lot about how to better play, and hopefully what I'm going to do is, you know, have a better round one turn, not the Protect Earthquake that basically got Hippowdon taken out. And I'm going to better look at his team, let's see, so that I can really predict from which 6 he chose what I want to do. I want to find Bead. Okay. 2 to 6, level 50, everything's allowed. Let's go. So, he's bringing Diggersby, Corviknight, Grimmsnarl, Scrafty, Archivish, and Turtonator. Okay, this is very similar to what I was anticipating. I'm imagining Turtonator's a wall. I'm imagining Archivish has some sort of Fishious Rend. He doesn't seem to have a Trick Room user, although I do, so it kind of sets me at a disadvantage. Starting out, I'm imagining Scrafty's going to want to fake somebody out. So I'm probably going to want to pick someone who I don't really mind if they get faked out. And he's probably going to use Grimmsnarl as well the first turn. So in preparation for that, maybe what I'll do is keep Skuntank out, because Skuntank is sort of not my best Pokemon, and it's, you know, it has the ability Aftermath. So if it dies, it hurts them, and I'm not really hurt about it. So my first of 2 will be Skuntank. I usually also will choose between Hippowdon and Bronzong lately for my starting Pokemon. Looking at these, Bronzong would be helpful against Grimmsnarl, so why don't I just try it, and if it doesn't go well, I can switch out. And then obviously I need to bring everybody else, and I have 18 seconds to do that. Hopefully he's not looking at my team thinking similarly, you know, which Pokemon will he be using to set up his strategy first, because clearly I'm more on the defensive to sort of see where that goes. Alright, Nick, I like the rainbow eyes. Yep, as I predicted, it's Grimmsnarl and Scrafty. Now, Grimmsnarl has Prankster ability. It's not frisking us. That's probably a Moxie Scrafty, I'm imagining. Now, I had already thought about Scrafty kind of being a problem for me, so what I might want to do is actually predict that he's going to fake out my Skuntank, and I'm going to ally switch so he fakes out. Oh, it didn't help me at all. Of course not, it's priority. Oh, and look, he is... Well, once again, I had a bad round 1 turn. I forgot that fake out was priority, so that didn't do anything. Except he tried to taunt me. Okay, that's interesting. So that thing used Fake Out in its Power Orb, so now we can expect some different moves from it. Or it might switch out. So in this situation, the best move for me would be to be more worried about... Wow. Actually, I'm gonna focus on killing Scrafty faster, well, over time via Toxic. Grimmsnarl's annoying with his Prankster ability, but if I can get him to... Well, I can't flinch him because there's no chance Bronzong is faster than Grimmsnarl. Look at this goofy squad representing Sinnoh. So this is really blocking me from being able to use It's blocking me from being able to use Trick Room, which works to his advantage, but what he doesn't know is that I was also wanting to. Ooh, that did a lot more than I was anticipating. So this Life Orb Scrafty is actually going to be a problem for me. So if I'm expecting another crunch like that, the only Pokemon who can really absorb it is maybe Mother. So while I'm doing that, I know I'm faster than it, but at this point I'm more annoyed by Grimmsnarl because I'm going to have to take out Scrafty and, you know, over time. Please don't be Corviknight. Oh my god. Well, he seems to be predicting all my moves. I'm imagining another crunch next. It's immune to my poison jab, and it uses crunch. It's about a third of my health. Now, what I do know about his Corviknight let's see what I know about his Corviknight. Okay, what I don't want to do is run out of time again like last time. So what I'm actually going to do... Oh, what if that's Mirror Armor? God, my moves this game. Rookie. Oh, well, you know what? I gave up my life for no reason. Do I still die? Well, this is why it's the Amateur Battle League, right? Okay, Tailwind. Close combat. Skuntank is just a Pokemon that I chose because I knew I needed a Dark type and a Poison type, and it's one that I need to go back to the drawing board with that Pokemon because I do not find myself making any good choices with it. Okay, so Scrafty is nearly done. He's going to probably keep using moves like that. Looking at Corviknight, you know, it's not a great matchup for me. What I can do, I don't want to use that yet, and this is not the right time for this. So why don't I use a bulkier Pokemon? They have their Tailwind now, which might be a big problem for me, but we're just going to have to see what happens with that. Okay, let's do this. The worst thing that could happen right now is if close combat killed Lapras in a single hit. And because they have the Tailwind, what they could do is just double up on my Lapras, which would be, honestly, pretty awful. We will see what happens. Lapras is physically invested. Body Press. It's super effective. Activates my weakness policy. Let me guess. Close combat? Stab. Okay. So that does suck. I'm not necessarily feeling great about it, but I built her correctly because she survived that. And now we have this up. So now we have an Aurora Veil, which is cutting both of their attack types in half. Corviknight is holding a Mago Berry. So it basically recovered all of that health. So now what will happen is Scrafty will die. It was a really big sacrifice to bring Lapras out in front of two Pokemon who had super effective hits on it. And now here's Arctivish. And I'm gonna max guard. I'm not exactly sure what he's going to do. I'm imagining he'll probably Fishious Rend on my Hippowdon, which would be really powerful because now Hippowdon's slower, and he probably built Arctivish to be fast, especially with Tailwind. It is pretty nasty, does a lot of damage, and it's also Life Orbed. He's going for the Body Press, Max Guard blocks it, and please don't miss. Not enough to get a KO. That thing's bulky. When is that Tailwind gonna peter out? Fishious Rend will kill me. I wish I had Ally Switch. In this situation... Oh, I'm not doing so hot. Oh, now for the is it Gigantamax? I'm impressed that he chose to make it wait so long. Dynamax. Yep, Fishious Rend. Hippowdon is down. I'm imagining an air-type attack to boost his team's speed. Max Knuckle. That's a good choice too. That will take me out. Didn't. But it does boost its attack, as well as Arctivish's attack. So seriously? After all, for the weakness policy, I can't even take it out. Their Tailwind has petered out, which is good news for me. And with that, I am ready to... So I know that Arctivish is faster than Corviknight because it's been moving before Corviknight. What I don't know is if Corviknight's going to outspeed my Lapras, and if I even want to give it a chance to do anything in that state. So who's the bigger threat to me? Arctivish could maybe hurt Toll House, but it might switch out because Serendipity is Water Absorb. So Corviknight's a bigger threat to me, and that is what I'm going to do. I could have healed, you know, with Life Dew. And Lapras is pretty bulky, but with only like 7 hits left, it's really not going to be that good of a thing for me. Zing Zap is blocked, that's fine. How fast is this thing? Okay. My Aurora Veil is broken by his Psychic Fence. Damn, he's good. Okay. You know, crazier things have happened. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to do the same thing that I did last round. And I'm not really going to make any risky moves. I just want to take him out. Getting these 2 Pokemon off the field will mean that he still has, you know, another 3 Pokemon left, which is not great because that's the position that I'm in. It would make a lot of sense for him to switch out at this point. But again, you don't want to switch out your Dynamax captain. That's a waste of Dynamax. Not feeling overly confident, even though I have Dragapult on the field. So, like, for example, I can't even burn Turtonator. I can burn Grimmsnarl, and chances are he's going to taunt me or do some status on me. I'm going to just go for this. Huh. I'm going to take Grimmsnarl out. I feel like that is a big problem for me. Aha. If he taunts me, that stinks, but if I don't get taunted... Light screen, okay. So he got to get his light screen up, which is good for him. Draco Meteor. Oh, perfect timing. Because this lowers his special attack a lot. Ah, he has a white herb. So his stats go down 2 stages and then they go back up because of the white herb. So basically it's as if he didn't even do a Draco Meteor. Now Diggersby is a problem. It's got huge power. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to Will-O-Wisp it, and I'm going to try to get a flinch on Turtonator using Togedemaru, Mario, so that what happens is he doesn't get to do another Draco Meteor, and I can sort of nerf Diggersby's attack, even though he's going to get an Earthquake and most likely take out Togedemaru. Mario. Speed's really will work in my advantage if this all works out. Of course, Will-O-Wisp misses. I Zing Zap. It doesn't really do a whole lot. And I get a nice punch. It does kill me. So now I'm in a bad spot. Ah, Shell Smash. So the white herb here has twofold. It could either block his defense, it could either reset his defenses from being dropped from Shell Smash, or he can use the Draco Meteor and have 2 strategies for the same item. That is a smart play, and I'm impressed by it. So now we are working with this. Likely that things will not go as I want. You know, I'm looking at Bell's HP, and he just Shell Smashed. There's almost no chance that I'll survive this round. He'll definitely target this Pokemon before the other, so I'm going to try and trick him with a Spiky Shield Ally Switch and hope that he went for some sort of a punch move on Togedemaru, but if he goes for Earthquake, it's not going to help. That will still kill Bronzong, unless this is a miracle, which it's not after a Shell Smash. And this is how you lose your second battle of an Amateur Battle League. So that's not going to do enough to kill it. All I have is Zing Zap, which is, he's literally immune to it, so it's not looking good at all for me. The only chance I would ever have is by doing a Wish, Spiky Shield, and with Turtonator on the field, there's no chance. this was a good team. I'm actually really impressed with the way that Nick built this team. So good game, Nick. Thank you for everybody who watched this. We're 0-2. I hope to do some more training with my team, some practicing, and to get better so I can hopefully eventually win my first game. At this point, the Boston Granbulls are most likely in last overall, and they're clearly the underdog of the Amateur Battle League. Anyways, check it out next week for another battle. Next week I am going up against, I believe it is the Phoenix Solrocks. Come back next week for another battle.